Welcome! Welcome to cooking class. This is Kitchen Bites, and I've partnered with Hormel to be here with you to make a special Valentine's Day dinner, Valentine's night dinner, pre-Valentine's Day, whatever you want to call it. I'm excited that you're all here. We're gonna make some very simple turkey lasagna roll-ups. While that's in the oven, we will build a very simple cheese and meat plate. Very, very simple because it's COVID and nobody's doing anything. Everything is small batch. We're not hosting. We're staying here. It's gonna be 1 degree on Sunday. So let's cook something simple, approachable, kid-friendly, everybody-friendly, and have a good time. So first thing is first, preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And I know that you all have a pot of almost boiling water. If it's not, crank it up a little bit. And we're gonna get started. How is everybody? We doing okay?
Good.
Good. Y'all look so good. I love that you're here. I like to glance up at you. This is so thrilling. I'm excited. This is oh yeah, I could just talk to you forever. Thanks for being here. So let's start. We're gonna go with 12 lasagna noodles. And I'm gonna boil 15 because just in case 3 of them rip or tear in the rolling up process, we have a couple more. We have 2-3 more. So get that going. Let's start that and kind of baby it a little bit. Stick some tongs down in there to make sure that they don't stick. And I'll see you over here. Look, watch this magic. Oh, well, hello.
Salt in it.
Salted water, yes. Salted water is the best idea. And I'm gonna take some tongs. Yeah. Look how tall this pot is. This is ridiculous. I went with an extra tall pot because of how tall the lasagna noodles are, but use whatever you have. This is the first time I've ever used this pot. It's huge. I kind of baby them just a little bit so they don't stick immediately in the water. And while those are going, let's do our turkey. So we're gonna grab a pound of ground turkey, and I'll see you back over at Les Long. Well, hello, I'm back. I'm gonna grab a skillet and we're gonna get this turkey going. Let me get a skillet first. Yeah, here we go. Okay. As far as the heat goes on the skillet, medium high, right over medium, between medium and medium high. So here's a fun tip on your ground turkey, and I'll slow down if anybody needs another moment, like let me know. Say, you're going too fast. I have an hour with you, so I have it kind of timed out to how long we should spend on these things. How is everybody?
Good. Good.
Yeah, let's add some oil. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil.
Great.
We're gonna cook this ground turkey. So I'm letting that come to a medium-high heat, and this is my little trick with any minced meat or ground meat. I like to put it, kind of squeeze it out, it's uncomfortable, but squeeze it out and let it sit, kind of press it down in your pan for just a second, let it sit for like 2 minutes, and it'll get a little sear on it. And you'll salt the top, you'll flip it and you'll salt the other side, and let that other side sit for another couple of minutes, and you get kind of a burgery sear, and then after 4 minutes, we'll break it up with a wooden spoon and add our seasonings. So, I'm gonna look at my lasagna and see how we're doing. My noodles. Okay, pull this back up. How is everyone? Okay.
This is a great way to finish up our Thursday. Or is it Wednesday?
Oh, I'm so glad.
It's a great way to finish up our Wednesday.
It is. Is it cold where everybody is? I know 2 of you are
Activity.
California. Yes. And you know.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
We're in Southern California, so it's like the perfect day outside. It's hot. It's like the wind.
I'm not
I
listening.
think
We're in
we're
Chicago.
in Northern California. It's super nice out.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's snowing here. I'll be fine. Okay. I'm gonna get this in. Yeah, there's a sear. We're good. We're good. Okay, let that sit for 2 minutes. Everybody happy? Everybody good? You got your turkey in? Your lasagna noodles are in?
Yep.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Like I said, I like to let that turkey sit just a minute or two to get that crust. Then we're gonna flip it. It's a log, yes, it's a turkey log, but this is where we are in life. I'm fine with it. Then we're gonna season it, but I'll tell you in just a little bit what we're gonna do. And in the meantime, we're about to come back to our ricotta, but let's not I know that we gotta take it one step at a time. So let's flip our turkey. Let's see what that looks like. Hello. Hey, see that? You see that little crust? That's good. We'll let that go another 2 minutes. Get that nice crust on the bottom, and then we'll break it up.
They gave us cottage cheese instead of ricotta cheese.
That's okay. You know what? That's totally all right. Did you know that that'll work? That'll totally work. I don't know by experience, but I know that it works because I know that I have seen this on the interwebs. And I think yours will be beautiful. Yeah. Honestly, it's a soft, mild cheese. You're good to go. Okay, my noodles are getting there. I'm kind of excited about this, but we still have a little bit to go. Make sure you have a work surface that has ample enough space because we're going to be rolling up 12 of these. So. Okay, also, before I go anywhere, I'm going to go ahead and get my turkey. Woo! Did you see that? I was like on a cooking show just then. So break up your turkey with a wooden spoon or with whatever you want, or your hand, whatever. We're about to season the turkey. We're not just going to leave it like this. All right. And I don't know if this worked out
What
for you,
should
but
you do if you have two pieces of pasta sticking together?
oh, see, I'm glad you asked because I do. And I have 15 noodles in here. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Even if, you know what, we're in a pandemic, so anything goes. I feel like 2 pieces of lasagna noodles are stuck together. It could be worse, but a couple of mine are. I'll show you in a minute. I did 15 thinking, see, I've had like 2 of mine already like completely rip up. So we're gonna make this work. This is all live, so like you're gonna see like what happens when things go wrong for a food blogger on camera. You'll see. You make it work. You do, you wing it. That's right. How's your turkey looking? Good. I still have a bit to go. We're gonna add the lemon zest to the ricotta or the cottage cheese, whatever you have, to your block of what you got sent. Not block, your tub. Okay, so I'm gonna season this turkey really fast, and then I'm gonna turn this heat off. We gotta get our ricotta done. I'm gonna let this sit actually for a second. Let's go do our ricotta while this turkey sort of renders a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back and season it, and then we're gonna pull it all together. So, hello. Here is the ricotta. I have a tub of ricotta, and which you do too. What I'm going to do to it is just, do you have any garlic? Do you have a couple cloves of garlic with you? Okay, so this is what we're gonna do with it. Do you have one of these? If you don't, it's completely fine. Do you have a microplane?
What?
Do you have a microplane? Grab it. If not, your knife is just fine. If you don't have one, just mince up that garlic and toss it into the ricotta. If you do,
How many cloves of garlic?
just a couple. If you love garlic, go with 3. My cloves are kind of on the small side, so I have 3, but I might just use 2. So do you guys ever do this? You just take your microplane and just grate the garlic right in?
In a bowl? Put it in the bowl.
Yeah, so dump your ricotta in a bowl
Yeah, nice.
and then grate your garlic right in, or mince it with a knife. Either way is totally fine. We're also going to cut up some spinach really quickly. We're kind of multitasking here. We don't want to make sure we overcook our noodles. So get the garlic in. I'm just going to go with a couple. And then I'm going to do some lemon zest right in. We cannot forget to salt this. Ricotta is so light and mild with the flavor that we really need some salt. So, before I forget, I'm going to do a little pinch of salt right in. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? So take that microplane if you have it and zest maybe a teaspoon of, and if you don't, do you have a zester? If not, if you don't have a zester or a microplane, maybe just cut off a little, just juice, a little bit of lemon juice in here is great. You just want a little bit of lemony flavor to carry it. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of, my oven's ready. I think this is good. A little bit of black pepper if you like. With the spinach, we're gonna cut it, we're gonna chop it up. I was gonna pre-chop it and then I decided, I bet you won't have it pre-chopped, so I'm gonna do it with you. But before I try to do too much, I'm gonna get my turkey finished up. So, hello. Italian seasoning goes into the turkey, as well as just a pinch of crushed red pepper. And we can't forget to salt this either. Oh, this looks good. Okay. How's your turkey looking?
Done. It's done.
The main thing with ground turkey or meat in general, we got to get it to 165. So if you have like a meat thermometer, you can actually stick it in your ground turkey, which is news to me, and I tried it and it works. But we also kind of just know what ground turkey looks like when it's done, just all cooked all the way through. 165. Everybody good?
Yep, done.
148.
Okay. So make sure that your cookies turked through. I'm gonna check on my noodles once more. I don't want them to be overcooked. I'm afraid I'm gonna overcook them on camera. Oh, these are good. Okay. My noodles are basically there. Are yours? Okay. Let's come back to the ricotta and let's find a place to drain your pot really quickly. Then we're gonna find a work spot to assemble everything. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, this is a giant pot. I'm getting a pot filler also soon. Okay, woo! Lovely. Let's see, did that one rip? That one's totally ripped. I'm glad I did 15. Okay, so I'm gonna create some spare real fast. We're gonna come back to our ricotta. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna barely touch those. They really, I'm gonna rinse mine just to cool them a little bit. Okay. Wow. So some of these have ripped pretty violently. But this is okay. This is what we do. Let's find the good ones. This one looks good. We just need 12, 10 to 12, whatever works. We're gonna come back to our ricotta in just a second. So the Parmesan's gonna go into the ricotta. A cup of it is. We're about to cut up our spinach. And, woo, this is violently ripped. Let's come back to our ricotta cheese really quickly. So we've added our garlic and we've added our lemon zest, salt and pepper. Let's add a cup-ish, you can eyeball it, of Parmesan. This is just shredded Parmesan. About a cup, or maybe half, because we want some of it, a lot of it on the top, really. And then let's cut up this spinach really quickly and add that to our ricotta. 2 cups of spinach, 2 cups of spinach. And you know what? And it's like 2 cups of spinach, then you chop it, as opposed to 2 cups of chopped spinach. So it's just loose baby spinach that you're just chopping up. And it doesn't even have to be a full 2 cups. Just get it kind of minced up. Everybody good? Everybody happy? You guys, those look so good. We're all at the same place. This is thrilling.
The spinach goes in the ricotta?
It does. It does, it does. Mince it up as best you can. Do your lasagna noodles look good? Mine look atrocious. They look decent. You know what? I'm calling it a win. I'm calling it a win. I'm gonna add it to my ricotta, as Giada says. Ricotta. Okay, let's just stir this up and get her going. Excellent. A few more stirs. The beauty of this is since they're roll-ups, I kind of feel like they're rustic and they don't have to be perfect. Nothing does. There's forgiveness in imperfection, which is kind of the way I live. Plus, this is live, and we can't redo anything, so all good. All good. This is real time. Say that again. What's that?
I want it to taste good, right?
We do want it to taste good. That's why there's cheese. That's why there's cheese. So let me mention real quick before we get these started. Put about a cup of your marinara. This is 4 cups of marinara or tomato sauce, whatever you got, in the bottom of your casserole dish. So just like about a cup ish, and then I just sort of because that's the sound it makes. Yep. I'm very professional. I don't know if you've noticed. So let's try to make sense of our roll-ups. I'm going to start with the pretty one. So take about a good amount of ricotta, and we'll start there. We're going to just line each lasagna noodle with this filling. This is okay. Okay. I'm gonna start rolling mine. Okay. Just something that looks like that. It doesn't have, like I said, nothing has to be perfect. Then we'll take some ground turkey mix and just a teeny tiny sprinkle down the middle of this because we don't want to overfill. We want this to be able to actually roll up. So Hail Mary. Okay, so when you're ready, start rolling. I'm gonna bring my pan over. Roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll your boat. Seam side down, ladies and gentlemen. In the pan. And which way do we go? Let's go this way. Okay. Lovely. Okay. How are yours looking? Everybody's good? Oh, good. I'm so excited for that. It's coming together. That's what we like. That's what we're doing. I've got 3 of mine coming together. Okay. Excellent. Awesome. I get another. Oh, here's a good looking one. Look at that. That's a good looking one right there. It's tough to get these noodles like before they get starchy. You're rolling? Is everybody rolling, rolling, rolling? Excellent. I might just do 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's add a little more turkey here. All right. Okay. Let's do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do 3 more, you guys. I'm just gonna fill this and call it. But you guys keep rolling. I'm gonna do 1, 2. I'm gonna try to find one that's pretty. Here we are. These are good. Okay. How are your rolls looking? Everybody happy?
12 is looking more like 9, but it's okay.
Yeah, my 12 quickly turned into 8. No matter what, it's gonna taste amazing. Okay, good. Yeah, my filling really only got me 8. So that's good. That's fine. I'm gonna add my turkey. Like so, like that, as Tabitha Brown says. Okay.
You have 12. We made 12 roll-ups.
You got 12? You're kidding! Oh my gosh. What direction are you guys putting yours in your pan? Anything works. I'm just asking. I'm just curious.
That seems like
Yeah. Seam down. Are y'all going like the frills in or out? I don't know how to pronounce. I don't know how to say this.
Hot dog or hamburger style? We did our hamburger style.
Okay, that's cool. So this is what mine kind of look like.
We did hot dog style.
I've made a complete mess, but this is okay. So what I'm gonna do is pour the rest of the sauce over the top. Let's see what this looks like. I really don't even feel like we need the whole thing. Maybe just a, 28, 26 ounce jar of marinara. I feel like that looks good because we want to see those crispy edges on the side. So take the rest of your Parmesan, spill some on the floor. Make sure you do that. And sprinkle right on the top. Oh God, that looks so good. I say go all out with the parm because this is the one life we have. Oh, that looks good. Okay, let's get this in the oven. This is in for 20 minutes. And while we have this going, we'll pull together the most simple cheese plate you can even imagine. So let's put this in. All right, 20 minutes. I'm gonna take 2 to sort of clean this up really, really quickly. A turbo clean. And then we're gonna get rolling.
20 minutes in?
What's that? Say again?
20 minutes?
20 minutes. 20 minutes. Yes, ma'am. 20 minutes. Okay. So cheese boards are sort of my love language. I'm going to keep this so simple, so quick. I chose a brie and a cheddar, and they're kind of the same color. It's okay. We're gonna add some things to it that kind of bling it out with a little bit of color and flavor. So what we're gonna do is I've got this prosciutto, this Columbus meets prosciutto, and this Columbus Genoa salami. And I wanna show you guys how to make a meat flour. It's a salami rose, sure, but we're gonna call it a meat flour. But first, before we do that, we kind of want to build around it so that it has a way to stick together, so that it doesn't like unravel. So I'm going to start with the prosciutto. I just put the cheese right in the middle. I don't know if you, oh yeah, you can see this. I just sort of put it in the middle of the board, and we're going to work our way out. So let's start with the prosciutto. I always start with cheese on a cheese plate just because I think it's fun to be the focus. Prosciutto, I honestly just kind of, what's this word? Just bunch it up. Just sort of pile it. I don't know what the word is. I never know the words. What's the word? What's the word, George? What? Scrunch it. Daniel says scrunch it. We're gonna scrunch the prosciutto. Just sort of like that. Nice one, Daniel. So 3 or 4 slices of prosciutto, or the whole thing if that is what you enjoy. This is something to munch on while the lasagna is cooling, you see. So I'm gonna do 1 more. I always pick an almond or a nut and an olive on my cheese boards. I think that's just the acidity, the tartness of, the salty brininess of an olive paired with like a nutty nut. It works well.
Nutty nuts are my favorite.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so before we start this meat flour, I want to apologize for calling it a meat flour. And let's build a little bit before, maybe have the cheeses touch. You can kind of do like this. I'm gonna add some olives. Actually, I'm gonna add them to this because they're kind of wet. I don't want them to juice up the cheese board. We don't need like unnecessary juicing of the cheese board. So I got this going. I'm gonna grab some almonds for this other side. Okay, so we're gonna have to find a place for the meat flour to nestle, you see, so that it doesn't unravel. So I think 1 right here and 1 right here will be fine. So I'm gonna create like a little border, something for this to not fall out of. And we're also gonna put some oranges on it just for health, and I'm gonna also add these Justin's peanut butter cups if you have those. Oh my gosh, snack on those. And I also have just the regular kind because it's Valentine's Day, so we want something sweet. But before we start that, we've got 15 minutes left on the lasagna. So meat flours it's actually pretty simple. What you do you want to do this right here or right here? What's the easiest for you? Okay, just fold it in half like this, and then roll it in on itself like this. Is this easy? I go like this. So then the trick is you've got this teeny tiny floral bud, whatever. Keep it secure with your fingers, because as you add the first few, you're gonna have to fold. And then at this point, we're not gonna curl this in on itself, we're gonna wrap it around the salami. So it has to overlap a little bit, kind of like so.
Got it. What?
You got it? It's kind of cute, isn't it? I mean, it's mildly uncomfortable to talk about, but we're there.
We're already here. We might as well take it all the way.
I think so. I think you're right. And see, and then you kind of overlap it to where it starts to look like a rose, maybe? I mean, is it? Does it look like it is definitely a meat flour. Kind of go like this. You're gonna get to the point where you can't fold it anymore. So then at that point, we'll just take it full on and overlap it with your the crimps, and it'll only get one on one side. Then you have to rotate it with your hands and hold it together, and then you'll just do the exact same. So, I mean, do however many layers. It's gonna start to kind of cone down here. I fold it over like that to where it's kind of flat. I'm gonna stop there while I'm ahead in life and not screw this up for anybody. And I'm gonna nestle this cheese, I'm gonna nestle this meat flour right there. Look at that. I mean, it's not bad. Let's make one more.
It's so pretty. Woo!
I think so
You
too.
did it! Yay!
I mean,
flowers.
we're making
Cheers.
meat flowers. This is what 2021 has become. Let's do a few. I'm just gonna do one more. Guys, they look good. We'll just do 2 of these because I feel like that's all we can really handle in our emotions. Okay. Yeah, I'll do one more fold over.
You're not supposed to eat the peanut butter cups yet.
That's it.
Oh, but you can. But you can. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay. One more. Pardon me. And then I'm gonna tuck, kind of level out the bottom so that it has like a table butt. I don't know, is that a thing? And I'm going to nestle this one next to the cheese, next to these olives. So, you know, we have made 2 meat flowers. Successfully made 2 meat flowers. I'm pumped. Okay, so at this point, we just kind of want to fill it in. We have kind of some similar colors. So let's take some oranges. You could even do strawberries if you've got strawberries. You could even do blueberries. Those are gonna look great. I opened these earlier in the day, or a couple hours ago. So they've kind of already dried out. Maybe wait until like right now. These little orange slices, they're the easy peel orange slices if you have those. Any fruit works. But I'm gonna show you kind of my trick. And if you've been following me on Instagram for any number of months or years, you'll already know that this is like the way I like to do cheese boards. I call them the natural tuck-ins. I don't know if that makes you uncomfortable, but I'm gonna say it again. Natural tuck-ins. And what that means is I just take like literal grass clippings from the yard. like hedges, clippings from hedges, or you know, whatever, and tuck them in, and it looks pretty. I'll show you. So here's a Justin's peanut butter nut. Do you guys have? Oh, ridiculous. Throw some of these on here. You know, we're just gonna go a couple, 1 per human or 2 per human maybe. I mean, it is Valentine's Day after all. So this is the way this comes together. I'm gonna do 1 more. And the thing about cheese boards is anything goes. And I will also want to tell you that cut into the cheese, and I'll do this right at the end. Cut into the cheese, slice into it, because that's going to be like the invitingness. The invitingness, is that a word? I don't think that's a word. Let me do 1 more because these even numbers bother me. I need to see an odd number. Are you the same? Okay, natural tuck-ins, baby. Let's do this. So I've got some dried eucalyptus, and this is from my yard. It's just from a hedge that's sort of dying right now in the yard, but it'll work. So really just sort of place them around the sides. It's snowing, and I was gonna go get some flowers the other day, and the snow was so bad we couldn't leave. I mean, you've seen it on my Insta. You know how bad it's been. Okay, so I'm gonna just sort of play around with the way this looks. That one looks kind of like it.
If we did not go into our yard for hedge clippings, that's okay.
That's okay, completely. It's probably, anything goes, anything goes. I also have some lovely dead flowers that I'm gonna add just to show you that this works as well. And you can put some like, you know, I'll show you here in a second. I don't even know what you can see. Oh, you can see, I like this overhead. This is nice. So you can kind of wedge some, this, well, let's see. Let's add a few dead flowers, why don't we? Whatever you have, and you just kind of fill in the dead space. That's what I like to do. The little tiny areas that are, that scream to be filled in between the meat flowers, I love to hear you guys laughing and having
I want
fun.
to get some weeds outside.
Do what? Say again, say again.
I want to have a lot of weeds outside.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
We're gonna-
this is kind of where we are.
They're green and they're alive.
Exactly. I'm gonna actually just put these like that. Okay. I decided to move my dish because I didn't have another dish on the other side and I felt like it was sort of off balance. So here is our plate. Now I kind of think this looks lovely, but what I want to do is just cut into it. Can you smell your lasagna? This is crazy good. Let's cut into this cheese just a teeny tiny bit. And I also have crackers. I would tuck in, if you have a board that's big enough. I didn't plan ahead, you see. Crackers will go in the round. I've got crackers right up here, I can grab them. Cut your cheese. Kind of cut it any way you would like. Kind of like that. I kind of like to wedge mine, kind of like this. This just says, it's okay, you can be the first person to eat. That is what that says to me. I'm gonna grab a couple crackers. Let's see, right here. Perfect, that worked out. And we have 6 minutes left on our lasagna. Woo, this is coming together. Okay. Crackers, whatever you have, really, whatever you have. You can get water crackers, you can get fancy crackers, you can get anything you want. Tuck them in on the sides. You can even just do crusty bread if you have that. Like, you know, anything goes. And here's our cheese plate. Look at that. Do you want me to hold it? Like, how do you want me to do this? Can you see it okay? Can you guys see this? My goodness. Oh my land.
That looks gorgeous.
You.
Thanks. I want to see yours. Show me
Got
yours.
some layers.
Okay, we're almost done
Oh,
with
look
ours.
at that! I'm sorry to scream at you. Look at that. Gorgeous.
We love making cheese boards, so this was like right up our alley.
Oh, good. Oh,
It's
me
like our
too.
favorite thing. Especially
Me
for
too. I love it. I love just a grazing dinner where it's just like, I don't want to cook. Here's this. We'll even do this with the kids, and we'll put out lunch meat. And I guess I should be looking at you. Lunch meat and like
I'm gonna move it in the light.
leftover, like we'll even do chicken nuggets on it. I'm gonna check on my lasagna, see how the cheese looks. Oh, woo. Okay, look at this. Yay, let's land this. Okay, my gosh, look at this. I think that looks so good. If I had, you know, you can actually add more parm if you want, but what I do have to garnish, I have a little bit of chopped parsley, which you should have some too. Chopped parsley or fresh parsley for garnish, honestly, there are no rules. Sometimes I mince it up. You might notice in blog posts, it's a scattering. Sometimes it's just whole. I like it whole, because it's kind of rustic, it's simple, it looks homey, and you just kind of plop them here and there. However they land is how they land. Garnish. And see, the lasagna has that those noodles have that teeny tiny crispy crust on the outside. That's what we want. We want this texture, you know. We want the creaminess inside of the cheese, the savoriness of that turkey that we flavored. Has a little bit of heat in it with the crushed red pepper, but not too much. You know, you can actually even add garlic powder, onion powder, whatever you want to add to it. I mean, there we are. We've got our lasagna, we've got our cheese plate, and this is it. Like, can I see yours? I'm gonna look at yours. Did you get your lasagna out?
Yeah. We kind of made a pie.
Oh, yours is in a circle. That's cool. Oh, they look so good. You know what you
Our
can
still
also
has
do?
5 minutes, but it looks good.
5 minutes. Oh, good. You know what? You know what you can do? A lot of times I'll flip the broiler on if I want that cheese to be golden brown and crusting and bubbling. You can pop that broiler on for two minutes. Don't take your eagle eye off of it. But they look perfect. You guys, thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, well, you
was a
made
lot of
my
fun.
night.
Same time next week.
And I hope that you had a good time. And I hope that we can do this again. And I hope you enjoy your dinner. Thanks to Hormel for this awesome partnership. This has been such a fun time. I'll get this video posted as soon as I can. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Here.
Cheers.
Good night.
Cheers.